All right, everybody. It's a Thursday. It's August 19th, 2021. And yes, this is the 4-post lift being delivered finally. I think I purchased it, 7, 8, 9 months ago, but as y'all know, Lance has delayed everything. So my attorney said, go ahead and install the lift. So these guys are here to install it. They said they didn't mind if I took pictures. So it's all good. So I'll have the lift installed. Yeah, gonna give them some room. It's a 4-post lift, much safer. It's heavier than crap. It comes with wheels, so it can be moved around in the garage, which is a good thing. So I constantly change my mind where I want it. That's Dewey, that's Alex. And it looks like they do this for a living, which is good, since I don't do it for a living. And obviously it's 4-post lift and it is heavier than heck. So I didn't feel like I wanted to go to the trouble of trying to assemble this thing and then discover that I couldn't do it. So it's all cool. Yeah. So there'll be some more video later. Kind of cool. They backed the trailer in here, which makes sense. A lot easier to slide it than it is to carry it. Oh yeah. This will be so nice. Having a lift. The jack stands are getting kind of old, but then I'm spoiled. So go figure. Yeah. Now my son has one of these. A friend of mine, Mike, has one. And now I have one. So I guess that's an endorsement. It's a quality product. Advantage lift. So, more to come. And as you see these very strong gentlemen carrying this really heavy part, people say, well, why didn't you put it together, Robert? Because these pieces would crush me. Yeah. And these guys know what they're doing. So, yeah, they make it look easy. Oh God, pure genius, amazing. Wow. Dang, you guys make it look so easy. Oh yeah, Advantage lift.
So are we setting it up where the controls are on the left front for right now?
We're gonna have it. It's gonna be over here. Controls will be
right rear, man.
Yeah, yeah. But like you said, it's nice that it's got wheels. So is it gonna be hard for me to switch the controllers around, or does it matter? I can just put an extension cord on it,
Yeah, you just spin around it. Yeah.
spin it around.
Yeah, so it can only go on this corner or that corner.
Okay, then we're going on that corner, right?
So then later on, if you ever choose to change your mind, you just drop it down on the wheels, spin it around, and then your power unit will be up here.
Sweet. God, this is gonna be awesome. I've already got 4 oil changes and 3 transmissions, 3 differentials ready to rock and roll.
Wow.
Yeah.
What, jobs or your own stuff?
Oh, my own stuff. Yeah, anybody who buys my cars buys primo stuff.
Myself?
No, I just buy. But eventually people say you eventually have to start to sell. I I just think that's a crime against humanity. So there's no way I could move these pieces. Nope. So you guys practice what I call inspiration, not perspiration. More video later.
All right.
I just found out that Dewey's been doing this for 20 years. Yes, 20 years. I don't think I've done anything for 20 years. At least nothing I can talk about. Yeah. Sorry this little disjointed, but obviously assembling a lift takes time. And it's kind of fun to see it being assembled.
Oh man, so yesterday, I went down to work. Yeah. And they're just kind of like us. As soon as they get the job done, they can stop working. Just know how long it takes them to get the job done. Okay. So I was there. Place right behind them.
These little gadgets provide friction reduction. This little plate Dewey's putting in actually keeps it in place. Oh yeah. And look at those ramps. They are huge. Oh yeah.
On the hour, I still, we can still get it done quick. It's doing it for so long, it feels easy, just like working on cars for you.
Yeah. Dang. And trust me, if you're not here, you don't understand how heavy those are. They're seriously heavy.
Only one of them worked. That's good.
Okay, I'll be back. Prepare to lift. Pull, pull, pull. You see the dollars they have ahead of time. Lining it up. I don't know about you, but that's impressive.
Oh, no. Sorry, it's not going up there. We got to spin this one. Got it. Switch it.
It looks pretty symmetric to me. Is this? Is there a direction to this, Dewey? Is there a direction like front and rear, or is just where the controls are mounted?
Just where the controls are mounted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I slip the ramps over there,
That's the front, because you're always pulling on. Okay, unless you reverse it. But mainly, guys pull on straight.
I'm driving on this way.
Right, so that'd be the front. You turn this around where the controls are there, that'd be the front still.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to, I could rotate around, put the controls over there, and still come this direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your drive up ramps can go on either end.
Either end.
Either end.
Sweet.
Spin that, back in.
Yeah, I've been told it's sometimes easier just to buy a new carburetor.
Yeah, and I was reading online and stuff about them, and they said when it sits forever, no fuel in there, the aluminum starts to corrode inside where the jets and everything are, and where the needles fit in.
Especially if it's got the alcohol fuel that we have in this part of the
Yeah.
country. All my cars get stored with alcohol-free fuel. I actually head over to East Troy, which is outside of Milwaukee County,
Okay.
because they don't have any alcohol in their fuel.
Ah,
And there's a guy named Project Farm on YouTube who's actually shown how alcohol in fuel rots the carburetors, everything
Yeah.
else.
yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's what happened, because I'm pretty good at rebuilding the carburetors. Let's do it again. Push that, pull that dolly as I go that way. Alright. Okay. Spin. Yep.
Now this lift is going to be hundreds of hours of just enjoyable. As you'll probably learn with time, just drive the vehicle up on the lift, raise it up, and you can do anything you want on the underside. And what's even better is you see these two devices, they're actually lift that allow you to lift the car up so the wheels are suspended. These are additional options, which is cool, but well worth it. I'll be back.
Too thick. And you definitely don't want it too thin. I guess thinner would be
Better.
better than thicker.
I think the thinner obviously can't take the heat. Can't be going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Well, it actually doesn't get hot.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh.
It doesn't get hot and it doesn't break it down. It's not like a motor or a transmission or anything.
Or power steering or something
yeah,
like that.
It'll break the oil down and get it hot. You know, it's not like that.
Yeah, I've had to tell my son repeatedly that power steering fluid gets hot.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously
Oh
hot.
yeah.
I said,
Especially if you got cars with rack and pinions.
oh yeah. I said, just change that power steering fluid. It's easy to do.
Yeah.
Just do it. Oh no, it looks fine. No, trust me. I got one of those suction tools for here, and I think it's called made by OEM Tools.
Okay.
God, it just sucks everything. It's awesome. One of the best investments I made in tools in years, as opposed to using a turkey baster or
That's my way of doing it.
yeah, you know, and it works.
Yeah, I mean, it works. It just takes a while.
Yeah. Drum roll as we're getting it ready. We're loading up the fluid. One of the cool things about these ramps is you see these plates, they go here. And the idea is that they'll flip up like that so as you're driving the car on, you don't drive off the end. I wouldn't drive off the end anyway because I put wheel chucks there. But if you put those stoppers on the end like you do here, there's no place to hook the ramp because that piece here goes in here, but that's covered up by those fancy little pieces of metal down there. So I've made the decision to leave them off so I can leave my ramps hooked in there, because if they're not hooked in, anybody who's driven a rear wheel drive car knows if you gunned it, these things will just take off. It's a nightmare. The solution would have been quite easy. They could have just, along with cutting the name, which is gorgeous, don't get me wrong, they could have just cut an elliptical piece here and you could have slipped the ramps in, gotten all the advantages without the disadvantages, but nothing's perfect. Yeah. I guess the silly question is, does it have a cold fill mark? Or
It's not like that. There is a minimum in fold
okay.
front over there. It's not a cold. It's not a cold and a hot though.
Yeah, well, I'm used to cold and
Yeah.
hot. Man, it was genius, man, that we put that cardboard down.
Yeah, it's just water leaking off the bucket.
Oh, just water?
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna go apeshit crazy and go, you got oil on my...
We would have put cardboard down anyway. Yeah.
Oh, I figured you would have, but it's just... Yeah.
We usually like the customers to damage their own floor first.
That's the way I look at it too.
Okay, do you have a thick extension cord? Maybe this big green one right here?
Yeah, I had that just for you.
Awesome. Sounds good.
So are there any common issues or complaints you get from people? Like they call you the next day and go X, Y, and
It's
Z?
a lot of operator error
Okay.
at that point. Very seldom at this brand it has anything that goes wrong. I mean, of course, the cables stretch over time. You'll have to replace the cables after so many years. Depends
Right.
on how much you use it too, you know. And it sounds like you're not just using this mainly for storage, that you're working on stuff.
I'm working on it.
So
yeah.
probably every couple of years, you're gonna want to replace the cables on them.
All right. And
It all depends on how much they stretch and if there's any more adjustment left.
now, will I know how to adjust them, or is it going to be something where I call you and you go, your cables are worn?
Usually, I mean, you could probably figure it out. What a lot of customers like doing is they like calling us back, or we like the customers to call us back every year.
Okay, just to check it out.
And inspect the whole lift, readjust it if needed. If there was something worn out, you know, we'd tell you, you know, then we'd order you some parts or so on and so forth.
Sounds good to me.
Up there, 1.25 inches.
We're adjusting it. Adjustment nut up there. Measuring it down here. It's going to grab it with the vice grips so it doesn't rotate.
Are you gonna put this on YouTube?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry, I said a bad word.
Don't
Yeah.
get this part then,
Why?
because this is a trick. I don't like nobody knowing what I do.
I only have like 300 subscribers, so.
Go ahead. Up, way up. Way up. More. Need a wrench? This is a trick I found out not too long ago. It makes my job a lot easier.
Oh, Mel.
A lot of normal guys are leveling the lift, you know, it'll take 45 minutes to level the lift.
Seriously?
I can have it done in 5-10 minutes.
Dang. I am in the presence of genius.
Nope. Back it off. Okay. Lock it down.
I do most of these videos just so I have a history of what happened, what was done.
I doesn't. Way up. Way up. 3/8 off. Man, it'd be a good video if I fell off of here.
Yeah.
I did that before when I first did one of these homeowner lifts. Those plastic trays, I totally forgot they were plastic.
Oh, you stepped on
I
them?
stepped on one, went right down. A
Heck
little bit,
yeah.
touch it. That's it, okay. Tuck it down.
So how do most people level them?
They take a laser. They measure that, they disconnect these and go by the sound of the lift.
Oh.
If these rods were disconnected, you would hear 4 individual clicks.
Oh, so you can listen to
When
each
it's
click.
Right. When it's on a level, you'll hear 4 individual ones. And what I'm doing is I'm synchronizing.
You're getting them physically synchronized right out of the box.
Right.
Okay.
You raise it all the way to the top with the weight of somebody there because the cable's all stretched. You think, 150 pounds ain't gonna do nothing to that thick cable. It brings it down a little bit, like an 1/8 inch or 3/16.
Okay.
So you always measure with the guy sitting on the same side. So I measured, I got 5 and 1/8. So then he moves over here, 5 and an 8, 5 and an 8, 5 and an 8. Now they're all synchronized.
Cool.
It's perfect every time.
Well, I gotta meet with this guy. I'll be right back. The jacks are being installed. Pump handle on the outside. Pump handle on the outside. Yeah, these pumps really improve the versatility of these things. I've had friends on my son's, he's only got one pump, where they actually had to put jack stands, sort of cattywampus, on these rails. It was shaky.
One that was kind of stiff.
Yeah, I found it.
Oh. Push this one front one.
Yeah. I just wanted to get a little closer here. Now your hose is up above, right? Yeah.
Should be good.
When you say the hose, you're talking about that hose? So,
Yeah, not underneath the wheel.
so it doesn't get pinched?
It'll pinch them.
Sweet. Well, even after watching you guys do this, no frickin' way could I do it. So actually, if I wanted to take them off, I do what you do. I just get the
Four-wheel dolly.
dolly. Yeah.
Put it down on them. Yeah, because these things are like 350 pounds.
Yeah, not gonna happen. And then if I really need the space, I just slide this out. And those pop out to the side, right?
Yep, those come out real easy. You have truck adapters as well. So if you ever have a truck or an SUV or something on there, adapters on.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I-
got different sizes here. Whatever you do on one side, you always want to make sure you do the same on the other.
okay.
Don't ever have it kitty wampus, because then big bad.
Well, then it'll be a YouTube video. Because you've seen those, right, where they've had lifts fall?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive to watch the two posters where somebody gets it off a little bit, and then you watch the whole thing just go
And
bam.
what a lot that has to do with it falling over, is bad concrete. Okay.
Oh, is that what it is?
Not sufficient enough concrete.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. And I mean, it can also come down with it being not racked correctly. That's another part. But the biggest thing usually when they come out of the ground and they fall over, it's because the concrete wasn't good enough to start with.
Oh. Well, I didn't want
A lot
to.
of guys install the two posts and they do it themselves. They don't know the specifications. They just take a drill, they drill the hole, they bolt it down.
Yeah, and
You know?
and that's what everybody does. But
Right.
this, when you're putting this much freaking weight in the air, until you told me, I didn't really appreciate that that was a jack tray.
Yes.
It never even occurred to me that it was strong enough to actually support a vehicle.
Yep. Isn't there a sticker on there that says how much weight it can handle?
I think it says 4,500 pounds.
Okay.
It says that right here.
Okay.
And I can do the same thing on anything. I can just lower it down onto a dolly.
Yeah, this
Get
ain't
rid of it.
bad. You should be able to pick this up, no problem. Now, like I said, this is a jack tray slash drain pan.
Yeah, with that
Okay.
little hole there.
If you were to use it as a jack tray, like I was explaining, it can be used for.
Yeah.
What these stops are for is to stop the wheels from rolling. So what you do is you put that in front of the wheel, tighten it up.
Oh, so it doesn't start to move as
Right,
you got
so
it
it's not
jacked up.
forward.
Oh,
Okay.
that makes perfect sense. This is so much easier than reading the instruction manual. This is like having a real instruction manual.
Okay, and that's that. All right.
Dang.
I'm gonna pack up my tools real quick, and then I'll go over how to use it and show you the wheels. And
The wheels.
okay, start off, button go up.
So that max min is when it's all the way down.
All the way down.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little hard to tell, but there's a min line here and a max line.
Okay,
There.
due to the fact that everything's still all brand new and really tight, okay?
Yeah.
You're gonna wanna hold up on this a little bit. Give it a little up pressure, okay?
Okay. And what's the up pressure doing? It's,
Engaging your locks, helping engage your locks.
oh, I
Hear
see
that?
what you're doing. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Putting a little bit of pressure.
Just a little bit, not much, see? Not much at all.
Yeah.
Okay, now, say this is high as you wanna store your vehicle or work on your vehicle.
Yeah.
You always wanna lower it to your locks. This is your lowering valve.
Yeah.
Press that, the lift will start to go down. It'll lock in spot, the lift will completely stop. Now you're safe. Now you can unplug the cord. If any, grandkids, kids, whatever, your friends were over here and they were messing with any of these buttons, nothing will happen.
All right.
Now to get the car down, you're gonna wanna raise it up.
Raise it up, unlock it.
So you start to see this handle move. Once you start to see this handle move, this handle should be relatively to push and hold down.
All right.
Okay? Press and hold, then hold your lowering valve. Then I'll take you all the way to the floor. Okay, now there's that. Now your wheels. Keep the lift up about that high, say about 1.5 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Slide your wheel around your post. Put your pin through. Put your clip on.
Oh. Boy, I had no idea how it would move. This is really slick.
Yeah. Really nice design. Now you got your all 4 wheels on. Go ahead, lower it.
And it will literally pick itself up.
Yes, sir. Now the weight of the H will pick the posts up off the ground.
Okay.
That's it. Once the lift stops, now you're ready to move. So you want to go this way?
I thought we'd move over to this direction. Yeah.
Okay. Can't go no further.
Yeah, sorry, there's a bunch of junk over there. Yeah. And you can
All right.
move it that way a little bit
To the front.
towards the front. Yeah. Yeah.
About line up with the seam back here, or?
A little farther forward. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Pretty straight.
Looks pretty darn good.
Okay. Now, once you got it to where you like it,
Plug the thing back in.
back in.
Raise it up.
Yep, raise it up so the weights are off the wheels.
Dang.
Just like that. And then you can remove your wheels.
It's magic.
And there she is.
It's magic.
Nice and simple.
Dang.
Now, like we've already discussed, your ramps. As far as your ramps clipping into the spot back here.
Yep.
So if you ever were to change your mind to where you want your controls up there, just take those front stops off, put them on the back, then you can put your ramps on the other side.
Yeah.
Spin it around.
And you know, that obviously may happen, but the plan obviously for the winter is to bring a car in, put it on here, work on it. Then when I get bored, lift it up, park a vehicle underneath it if I need to, and
Sure.
then hang out for a couple of days and say, oh, this lift is too much work.
Now your center jacks here,
Yeah.
pretty easy. Make sure this is closed. Pump it up, just like an engine hoist or anything.
Yeah, like any hydraulic. And slide these little feet out.
Yeah. Now this also has locks too.
Yeah, you showed me the ones that, well, on that one.
This is your lock right here.
Oh.
So, get up a certain height, boom, and it drops in. That's your first lock.
And that's the lock for the elevation.
Yes. Now there should be one more. Yeah, there's one more after that. One more.
Okay.
Okay. Now to lower it, you just turn that open. Boom. Now you're safe. Now it's on the lock.
Resting on the lock.
Close this. Back it back up.
Release the lock.
There you go. Release
All right.
the lock. Turn your valve. It goes.
I love it.
Nice and simple.
And then obviously I can put pieces there if necessary.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, where the frame is on some cars, the pad won't actually hit it. It'll be too close.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be hanging over on the inside. And when a lot of guys do, they take these and set
Okay.
them. Depends on what kind of car you have.
Yeah. Little tiny car, big car.
That's for that. All right. Any questions?
No, you've answered them all perfectly. Yeah.